Hi students, today we are going to see a new chapter. The name of the chapter is something but triangles, right? Chapter 6, triangles, right? In this chapter, we are having four concepts. The first concept is something but BPT, that is nothing but basic proportionality theorem and converse of BPT, converse of basic proportionality theorem, right? First concept. Second concept is nothing but criteria for similarity of triangle, right? We are having some criteria for that two triangles are similar, right? Some criteria, that is second concept, right? And third concept, areas of similar triangles, right? Areas of similar triangles. And the last concept is something like Pythagoras theorem, right? Pythagoras theorem. So totally we are having four concepts. So while you are seeing the question, right? We can easily short out the question is from which concept, right? See, if the BPT and converse of BPT means, right? First, see, we will see that each introduction while we are starting the concept, right? Very depthly we can see the each concept while we are. Now we are going to discuss only that what are things we are having in this each concept, right? While we are starting that each concepts, right? So before entering into that concept, we will see very depthly and we can go with the sums, right? Okay, first concept is something about BPT and converse of BPT. So it is something about it is fully based on that ratio formats, right? It is fully based on the ratio formats, right? If the ratios are equal, then by using this BPT statement, we will prove or we will find some values, right? So that is something about first concept, right? Second concept is something about criteria for similarity of triangle, right? If the two triangles are similar, we want to prove that the two triangles are similar. We are having some criteria. By using the criterias, we want to prove that the two triangles are similar. That is something about second concept, right? Third concept is something about area of similar triangle, right? Areas of some similar triangle. The triangles are similar, then we are having some conditions, right? We are having some property, right? The triangles are similar, then we are having some property. By using that property, we will find whatever they ask you to find, or we will prove whatever they ask you to prove. The last concept is something about Pythagoras theorem. Usually we know that Pythagoras theorem means always, yes, we are having a right angle, right? We are having a right angle triangle. Then usually we will use a Pythagoras theorem. The same thing only, right? So Pythagoras theorem means we will have a right angle triangle, and by using the Pythagoras theorem property, what is it? Hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square plus opposite square, right? By using that property, right? By using that property, we are going to find something, right? So okay, so we will see that each introduction, each part depthly while we saw the particular concept, right? Now we will see the first concept on BPT and converse of BPT, right? BPT and converse of BPT. So before seeing this concept, right? So first of all, in this chapter, right, in this chapter triangles, right, we are going to discuss fully a small thing alone, that is something but similar, right? Similar triangles, right? See, last year fully what you have, last year and last before year and all, what you have studied means congruence of triangles, right? So this year newly you are studying that similar triangles, right? Similar triangles. See, fully based on that similar triangle alone, we will find all those things, right? Similar triangles with the help of, if the two triangles are similar, then we will go with we'll go with some property, right? So okay, we'll discuss later. First we want to know that what is mean by similar triangle and what is mean by congruence of a triangle, right? Similar triangles and congruence triangle. Congruent triangle is nothing but what is mean by congruence triangles. See, when we are having a two triangle, right? When we are having a two triangles, I'm just taking the two triangles, right? Triangle ABC, okay, and next triangle I'm just taking that triangle DEF, right? Triangle DEF, right? And both the triangles should be in same size, then that is called as a congruence triangle, right? The same size, right? So we are having some property, right? A congruence rule. We are having 5 rule. There is nothing but triple S congruence, triple S congruence rule, then SAS, side angle side, and angle side angle, then angle side, right? And the last one is something about RHS, right? Right angle, hypotenuse and side, right? We are having 5 property, right? We are having 5 rule, congruence rule. If it satisfies this rule, right, this property, then we can say that the two triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC is congruent to, right, triangle ABC triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, right? That means first of all you want to know that congruence of triangle is nothing but, see, when we are having that, suppose we are having, see, a very simple example, right? So we are having, see, in a triangle we are having three sides and three angles, right? We are having three sides and three angles, right? Three sides and three angles, right? So see, totally we are having totally how many? Six. Totally we are having six. Among the six, right? Among the six, we are going to see, compare the three things alone. Whether we are going to compare three sides of a triangle, right? Three sides of a triangle. Otherwise, two sides and one angle. Otherwise, two angle and one side. Otherwise, two angle and one side, right? Otherwise, right angle, hypotenuse and one side, right? So by using this, see, if the three things is equal, right? If the three things are equal, right, and the property is applicable, then we can say that the two triangles are congruent. So why we are using that this two triangles are congruent means, see, if the two triangles are congruent, see, with the help of this three measurements, whether it should be triple S or SAS, right? Whatever it may be. Triple S means three sides of a triangle. SAS means two sides and one angle, right? So SAS or ASA, likewise, two angle and one side, right? So with the help of this property, we are finding that the two triangles are congruent, right? The remaining thing, suppose I am just proving that the two triangles are congruent by triple S rules means, so remaining, what is the remaining thing among the two triangle? What is the remaining? I have used the three sides. The three sides are equal. So remaining, what is there? Three angles are there, right? Three angles are there. So the remaining, the three angles also will be equal. That is, angle A is equal to angle D, corresponding angle, right? Angle B is equal to angle E. Angle F is equal to angle C, right? Likewise, we want to suppose SAS means side angle side, right? So I am just proving that side angle side, the two triangles are congruent by using the property, by using the rule, congruence rule. Side angle side means, suppose I am just taking that BC is equal to DE, right? BC is equal to DE. One side is equal. And SAS means, right, side angle side. This angle should be inclined angle between these two sides. That is very important, right? So BC is equal to DE, right? And AC is equal, right? AC is equal to, right? I'm just taking that AC is equal to, right, EF. AC is equal to EF. These two sides are equal, right? And angle C is equal to angle E. See, angle E. Then we can say that these two triangles are similar, right? So see that side BC and side DE are equal, and side AC is equal to side EF. AC is equal to EF, and angle C is equal to angle E, right? Angle C, inclined angle between these two sides, right? So side angle side. So by SAS property, right? By SAS property, these two triangles are similar. Understood? So see, I have only checked that. I have just comparing that two sides and one angle alone. Still, what are the remaining we are having? One more side is there, and still two more angles are there. Surely this side also will be equal. At the same time, the remaining two angles also will be equal for this two triangle, right? So this is nothing but congruence triangle. Congruence triangle is nothing but same size and same shape. Right? Same shape and same size. And the two figures or two shapes are, what is it? Congruence. Understood? Congruence triangle. Okay, now I have understood that what is meant by congruence triangle. Understood? So congruence triangle is nothing but when we are having two triangle, right, that the two triangle should be same size and the same shape. That is very important, right? Now I am going to take the similar triangle. Now we are going to see a similar triangle. What is mean by similar triangle? See, congruence triangle means same shape and same size, right? Same shape and same size. Then it will be a congruence triangle, right? Congruence of triangles or congruence triangles, right? Similar triangles are similar figures, right? I'm just taking a triangle. So this is the similar triangles means same shape that is same triangle, right? Same shape, different size, that is called a similar triangle, but we are having a condition different size with same ratio. That is very important. With different size, but the size should be in the same ratio. That is very important. Understood? See here, congruent triangle is nothing but same shape and same size. Similar triangle also same thing, right? Same like congruent triangle, right? Similar triangle is nothing but same shape but different size. But see, very very important, the size, the different size, right? The size should be in the same ratio. The size should be in the same ratio. Then the two triangles are similar. Are they similar? The triangles are two similar, right? Similar triangles are the two triangles are similar. Understood? So see, now I am going to explain one more thing. See, now I am going to ask you one more question. See, what is the property for congruent triangle? Same shape and same size, right? Same shape and same size. Here same shape, different size. So I am just asking that all the congruent figures, right? All the congruent figures are similar. See, we are having a condition for congruent figure. The figure should be same shape and same size. For similar figure, it is in the same shape, different size with the same ratio. That is different shape, different size with the same ratio, right? So I'm just asking one question, whether all the congruent figure, right? All the congruent figures are, shall we call it as similar figures? Yes, we can call it as similar figure. See, it's a same size or different size, it's not a problem, right? The same size or different size, it's not a problem, right? So if it is the same size, that also we can call it as congruent triangle as well as similar triangle. Similar triangle also we can say, right? So therefore, all congruent figures are similar, but all similar figures are not a congruence. Understood, right? So see, in similar triangles, right? Similar figures, right? Same shape and same size also will be similar only, and different size with the same ratio, right? With the same ratio, that also what is it? Similar only, right? Okay, we'll go with some figures. Circles. When I'm just taking the circles, right? All circles are similar figures only. Why? Because see, we are having that. See, we are having only one measurement, that is something but the radius of a circle, right? Suppose I am just drawing one circle is 5 cm, another circle is 10 cm, right? What is the ratio? This is something but 5 cm, and this radius of the second circle is something but 10 cm. So what is the ratio? This is 1 means, what is the ratio? This is 2 times, double time, right? So this radius is something but 5 cm, here 10 cm. So anyway, always it should be equal, right? Always it should be equal ratios, right? Equal ratios. So all the circles are similar figures. All the circles are similar figures. Same like that square. While we are taking the square, right? Suppose I am just taking the square. We are having only one measurement, that is in the image side of a square. Side of a square, because all the four sides are equal. So all the squares are similar figures. All the squares are similar figures. But I am just taking the rectangle, right? Now I am just taking the rectangle. See, in circle and square and all, we are having only one measurement. That measurement, see, when we are having two measurement, that the two measurement ratio only we want to be equal, right? More than two or more than two, right? If we are having triangle, we are having three sides. All the three sides are different sides means, right? Say different lengths or different measurements means, right? Then we want to compare the ratio, three measurements ratio, then all the three ratios should be want to be equal. If it is equal, then only we can say that it is a similar triangle, right? But here and all we are having only one measurement, right? We are having only radius alone, right? Radius. So sure it will be equal. We are having that it should be a similar figure. So same like that square also we are having only one measurement. Sides alone we are having, right? Side of a square alone. So all the square, right? Whatever it may be, it is a small square or big square. If it is a square, then the square will be a similar figure, right? Similar figures. But when we are going for a rectangle, right? When we are going for a rectangle, we are having two measurements. What are they? Two dimensions. There is nothing but length and breadth, right? Length and breadth. So I'm just taking one more rectangle, right? I'm just taking one more rectangle. This is L and this is B, right? So we want to compare that the length of a big rectangle, right? I'm just taking capital L and this is capital B and this is small L and small b, right? So capital L by small L is equal to capital B by small b, right? Small b. This is the length of a capital, right? Length of the big rectangle, and L is the small, L is the length of the small rectangle. This ratio should equal to that, what is it? Capital B by small b. If these ratios are equal, right? Then these ratios are equal, then what is it? The rectangle, right? Similar rectangle. The two rectangles are similar. Then these two rectangles are similar, right? So see that I'm just you have to compare. See, when I'm just taking the triangle, right? When we are having triangle, we are having three sides, right? When we are taking the, right? So the A, B, C, right? And D, E, F, right? A, B is one side, B, C one side, right? And C, A is one side, right? We are having three sides. So I want to compare the three side with another triangle of three sides, right? So then the ratio should be, right? We will get a 3 ratio. The 3 ratio should be equal, right? The 3 ratio should be equal. Then only we can say that these two triangles are similar. Then only we will say that these two triangles are similar. But in triangle also, right? In triangle also, we will say that for one triangle alone, it should be similar without checking the ratio. We will say that this triangle is nothing but similar triangle. Which triangle? We are having so many triangles, right? Scalene triangle, right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. We are having different triangles, right? Among this triangle, one triangle alone, without checking the ratio, we will say that this is a similar triangles. These two triangles are similar. Which one? That is nothing but equilateral triangle. Because all the three sides are equal, so we don't have a three different measurement, right? We don't have a three different measurement. We are having, what is it? We are having only one measurement. We are having only one side, right? So for a big equilateral triangle, right, we are having a big equilateral triangle, and we are having the small equilateral triangle. This is the image 5 centimeter, right? 5 centimeter, and this is the image 1 centimeter, right? And this should be, right? And so this should be, what is it? Equal. These two triangles are similar, right? So now you just understand that which is called similar triangle, which is called similar figures, and which is called congruent figures. You have understood, right? You have understood. And we will see that if the two triangles are similar, and what are the property we want to apply. We are having some criteria that all we will see in the second concept, right? In the first concept, right? In the first concept, I didn't explain what is mean by BPT. That is the theorem. With the help of the theorem, with the statement of the theorem, with the help of the statement of the theorem, we will prove or we will find whatever we are needed, right? So we will see while we are seeing the theorem, right? First you want to know what is mean by similar triangle and what is mean by congruent triangles, right? Similar figures and congruent figure. Congruent figure is nothing but same shape and same size. The size should be same and the shape also same. But similar triangle, what is the condition? We are having, what is the condition? Same shape but different size, right? Same shape, different size, and that very important, the size should be with the same ratio. That is very important. The size should be with same ratio. That is very important. When we are having that only one side, right? When we are having only one side, that time we don't want to check the ratio because we don't have ratios, right? So directly we can say that the two figures are similar. Understood? See, we are having some properties, right? We are having some property. Just copy down your classwork note, right? So whatever we have discussed, the same thing alone, right? Chapter 6, triangles. Congruent figure, right? Congruent figure. There is nothing but two geometric figures which have the same shape and size, right? Same shape and same size are known as congruent figures, right? Are known as congruent figures. Similar figure is nothing but geometry figure which have the same shape but different size are known as similar figures. Are known as similar figures. Next, figures of same size and same shape are similar and congruent. See, figures of same size and same shape are similar and congruent, right? But this is very important. Every congruent figures is always similar. Every congruent figures is always similar, but two similar figures need not be congruent. Two similar figures need not be congruent. This is very important, right? And next one is nothing but all circles are always similar. All circles are always similar. All circles are always similar because the radius, right? We are having different radius, whatever it may be, right? Squares having sides of same length are congruent and similar. if we are having a same length, right, then the two squares are nothing but congruent, right, the two square is nothing but congruent figure, right. So about different length, right, if it is having the two square having different length, then it is nothing but similar figures. You have to differentiate, right. Same like that in circle also, when we are having the same radius, then the two circles are congruent, right. With the different radii, when we are having two circles and with the different radii, then the two circles are nothing but similar figures, right, similar figures. Circles of same radii are congruent and different radii are similar. I have already explained, right. Next one is nothing but, last one is nothing but, two or more polygons are congruent, right, congruent property. Two or more polygons are congruent if they have sides of same length, right, same length and equal measures of corresponding angle, like ASA means double angle, right, angle side angle, angle will be equal, want to be equal, the same thing, right. So when we are having condition, what is that, same length, the two triangles having same length and then corresponding angles also want to be equal, then only the two polygons will be congruent. Understood? So today just read the introduction part of the triangles alone, right. Tomorrow we will start the first concept, right. First we will start the theorem. So we are having two theorem in the first concept, right. In the first concept we are having two theorem, BPT and converse of BPT. Both are very easy and interesting theorem, right. Very easy and interesting. You don't want to mug up the theorem, just you have to understand how we are going to prove what they ask you to prove, how we are going to prove that, and all that means then we will easily will do it, right. So tomorrow we will discuss the theorem BPT and converse of BPT, right, BPT and converse of BPT, and remaining days we will see the sums based on BPT and converse of BPT, and each concept when we starting the next concept, right, each concept, then there we will see the depth, what is it, complete what are things we are going to see, we will see, right. And today homework is nothing but you have to read the introduction part in your NCERT book, right, introduction part of a triangle, right, introduction part of a triangles, right. Thank you.